If you're not pay on 30 days, your outstanding will be there. So another amount is also there. No, you have to pay the accumulated amount. It becomes a burdensome for you. So better to pay on the time. Sales revenue, sales value minus variable cost is called contribution in our accountancy. What is total cost? Variable cost plus fixed cost is variable cost will vary, whereas the fixed cost remain constant. Debtor turnover, total cost divided by 360 into number of days. If we calculate, will come. Hello, my dear student. I am Dr. B.S. Subramaniam, called by name Dr. B.S.S., Professor in Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Year College, a Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. I am going to hand Financial Management to 5th semester BBA. The session goes in favor of Account Receivable Management. I am going to explain what is actually Account Receivable Management. Today in India, the sales takes place maybe cash sale or the credit sale. So we generally adopt cash sale is most important, but here in India, about 90% of sales goes in the favor of the credit sale, and they become our debtor. Only cash and carry is 10% is considered. So here, account receivable, how much money we are going to receive from our customer, how many days credit will be given to each customer is considered. I am going to explain in detail. Account receivable management is the process of ensuring that customer pay their dues on time. We ask them to pay your dues on time so that we can have one more chance to take the goods and pay the money. Then it helps the business to prevent themselves from running out working capital at any point of time. So what we say to our customer, we will give you 10 days time, 20 days time or 30 days time. You have pay on the particular day. It will be helpful to our company also. It will help you also so that we can have another 30 days for another customers is considered, or your goods are considered. You can take the goods and pay the money after 30 days are considered. When you take the goods, we have given a chance to pay the money after 10 days, 15 days or 20 days. So what is your duty? You take the 20 days and make the prompt payment. So when you make the prompt payment, we can take once again the goods from us and you pay another 20 days. It also prevents overpayment, non-payment of pending amount of the customer. So non-payment pending means if you're not pay on 30 days, your outstanding will be there. So another amount is also there. No, you have to pay the accumulated amount. It becomes a burdensome for you. So better to pay on the time. The main objective in account receivable management is to minimize the day sale outstanding, DOS, and processing cost will maintain the goods customer relation. If we pay the money on the particular day, there is a good relation between the seller and the buyer, so that the seller maintain what's called the customer maintain their goodwill. Paying on time, it's a good for the customer point of view, so that the seller can give the credit transaction instead of 10 days, he may give 15 days. First day, assume that you have taken the 10 days to pay the money. You pay on the 10th day exactly whatever the money you have to pay, you pay it. So seller will be happy. Next, he will give only another 12 days to pay the money. So that a chance is another 2 days have been extended. Your credit period has been extended here. No. So it is only possible when the payment is prompt payment is there. If there is a prompt payment, you can pay the money after 1 or 2 days, maybe extended by the seller is considered. He has a goodwill towards the customer is considered. Then, so before making the payment, what are the format you have to learn here? I will explain the format now. This is the format statement showing the valuation of different credit policy. So they may give, this is your existing day, policy A, policy B. Already you are existing, this is policy A, policy A. What are the first steps to follow? Sales revenue. Here now, what is the selling price, sales value? Selling price per unit they will give. So when it's sales revenue divided by sales units, give the number of units of sale. Then variable cost per unit they are given, plus fixed cost. Here, sales minus variable cost, here minus fixed variable, sales minus variable cost in account is contribution, minus fixed cost is profit. When you say total cost, variable cost plus fixed cost is total cost. I will repeat. Sales revenue, sales value minus variable cost is called contribution in our accountancy. How much they contribute plus minus fixed cost is the profit. When you say total cost, variable cost plus fixed cost is total cost. Here, sales total cost A minus B minus bad debt is a profit. This is your A. Then here no total cost means variable cost plus fixed cost is total cost. A minus B to deduct now. Then minus bad debt. The remaining is called, this is your net profit. This is one side. Then average data asset cost. Average data means total cost. What is total cost? Variable cost plus fixed cost divided by number of days. It may be given 365 in a year, or if they give 360, you have to take the 360 days into, this is the days, credit period days. They have given the exam. Then required rate of investment at a percentage on sale. So here no, they will say that 20% or 30%. Then whatever the surplus will come. I am going to first one, sales. Remember, sales, selling price unit, number of units, variable cost plus fixed cost, total cost. What is your total cost? Variable cost plus fixed cost is called total cost. Then sales minus total cost is the profit. Then minus bad debt is the net profit. Then average debtor cost, total cost divided by number of days in a year into credit period. You have to do it. Then required return on investment. So some percentage will be given. You have to calculate. Once you calculate required rate of return, then some percentage will be given. Then I will going to explain net profit minus 9. Whatever comes, that is the profit we have got. Slowly I will explain the problem. You can understand. First point, sales minus variable cost is contribution minus fixed cost is profit, or sales variable cost plus fixed cost is total cost. Sales minus total cost is profit minus bad debt is called net profit. Then what is next one? Debtor, average debtor at cost, total cost. What is total cost? Variable cost plus fixed cost divided by number of days into credit period. You'll get on that percentage you have to reckon. Then required rate of return. I will show how it will work out. Say that Sri Limited has an annual sales of rupees 5 lakh and an average collection period is 30 days. Today we have got only 30 days is there. It is considered a more liberal policy, credit policy A, credit policy B, credit policy D. Increase in credit period 10 days. Here, increase in sale 25,000. Bad debt percentage on sale 1.2 percentage, 1.5 percentage, 1.8. Selling price per unit is 2 rupees, 2 rupees per unit. Average cost is 1 rupee 50 paisa. 2 minus 1 rupee 50. Yeah. Variable cost is 1 rupee 20 paisa. So he says your cost is 1,50,000. Here 1,50,000. In that variable cost is 1,20,000. Difference is 0.30. That is called the fixed cost. Then 150 plus 50 paisa 2 rupees. You have got 150 is the cost price. 50 paisa, it becomes 2 rupees, becomes the selling price. Out of 150, variable cost is 1 rupee 20 paisa, means 30 paisa is the fixed cost. So what is this is? Selling price is 2 rupees per unit. Your average cost is 1 rupee 50 paisa. Your total cost is 1 rupee 50 paisa. And that variable cost is 1 rupee 20 paisa, means another 30 paisa is nothing but fixed cost. Current bad debt loss is 1% on sale and required rate of return on investment is 20%. Which credit policy should be undertaken? Ignore tax and 360 days in a year. Here says the number of days in a year is only 360. Slowly, we have got a credit policy A, B, C is there. No, slowly we have to go. Sales revenue. This is C. Slowly I will tell you. What's your sales revenue? See that. Here 10 days. Selling price per unit is 2 rupees. What is your sales value? Is 5 lakh existing. sales value existing is 5 lakh. Sales value, your existing is rupees 5 lakh is there. The sales revenue which is given is 5 lakh existing. Then what he says? Increase in credit, increase in sale is 25,000. So what's in the A? It is increased by 25,000. 5 lakh 25,000. This goes in favor of A is considered. Regarding the B, increase by 35,000. 5 lakh 35,000. So in favor of C, this is in favor of C, 5 lakh 60,000. So at existing we have got 5 lakh, increase by 25,000, increase by 35,000, increase by 60,000. What's your present sale? 5 lakh, increase by 25,000. Number of periods you can existing 30. Increase period is 10 days. This is 30. Increase by 10 means 40 days. Then policy B, 15 days, increase by, so this is 45 days. Then last one, increase 30 days. So existing 30 plus 30 is 60 days. So 40 days, 30 days, 40 days, 45 days, 60 days. Now, he says sales is 5 lakh, 5 lakh 25, 5 lakh 35, 5 lakh 65. Then what the problem says, no, number of units. He come back. What's 2 rupees per unit is there now? Selling price per unit, 2 rupees, 2 rupees, 2 rupees, 2 rupees per unit. So sales is 5 lakh into 2 divided by 2 means number of units will come. So it is 5 lakh, 2 lakh 50,000 units. Number of units is 2 lakh 50,000. So 5 lakh 25,000 divided by 2. 5 lakh 25. 525 followed by 30 divided by 2. 2 lakh 62,500. 2 2s are 4. 2 6 are 12. 2 2s are 2,62,500 units. Then come back 5,35,000. 5,35,000 35 to 2,67,500. 2,67,500. 2 2s are 4. 2 6s are 12. 2 7s are 14. 2 5s are. These are all the units. 2,50,000 units, 2,62,500 units, 2,67,500 units. Here 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, 0, 2,80,000 units. So present sale is how much? 5 lakh. 5 lakh increase by 25,000, increase by 35,000, increase by 60,000. 5 lakh, 5 lakh 25, 5 lakh 35, 5 lakh 16. Selling price per unit, 2 rupees, divide by 2, 2,50,000 units, 2,62,500, 2,67,500, 2,80,000. Now, variable cost per unit is there. Variable cost per unit is how much? See that? Cost is 1 lakh. Variable cost is 1 rupee 20 paisa. Variable cost 1 rupee 20 paisa per unit. Variable cost 1 rupee 20 paisa per unit. You got 2,50,000 into 1 rupee 25 paisa variable cost. 1 lakh 1.20 into 2 lakh 2540 2500. This becomes 3 lakh. So variable cost becomes 3 lakh. 2,50,000 to 1 rupee 20 paisa. Then we go with another one. We go with the calculator. So another 2,62,500. 2,62,500. 2,62,500 into 1 rupee 20 paisa. 3,15,000. 1 rupee 20 paisa. This is 3,15,000. Next comes 2,67,500 into 1.20, 3,21,000. Then 2,80,000 into 1.20, 3,36,000. This is your variable cost. So 5 lakh is the say 5,25,000, 5,60,000 and variable cost. Your fixed cost. What's your fixed cost per unit? So 1 rupee 50 paisa, 1 rupee means 30 paisa will come now. Fixed cost 0.30. So 2,50,000 into 0.30, 75,000. This is the fixed cost. Fixed cost remain constant. Fixed cost remain constant. I will explain. Your sales is 5 lakh, increase by 25,000, increase by 35,000, increase by 60,000. Selling price per unit is 2 rupees. If we add 2,50,000, 2,62,500, 2,67,000, 2,80,000. Your variable cost is 1 rupee 20 paisa multiplied by 2,50,000, it comes to 3 lakh, 3,15,000, 3,21,000, 3,10,000. So 2,50,000 into 30, 75 paisa. Fixed cost remain constant. It remain constant. So what is the total cost here now? So your variable cost is 3 lakh. So this is 3 lakh 75,000 is your fixed cost. B. This is A. Your sales is 5 lakh. Your 3,57,000. Add this and this. Your variable cost is 3,15,000 plus 5, 0, 0, 0. 3,90,000. This goes favor of policy A. Add this. 3,96,000. Add this. 4,11,000. What is this? Total cost. What is total cost? Variable cost plus fixed cost is variable cost will vary, whereas the fixed cost remain constant. So A is the sales and variable cost. Whatever the difference comes, A minus B. Now you have to deduct from 5 lakh minus 3,75,000. 5 lakh minus 3,75,000. 1,25,000 profit. This is your profit. 1,25,000. 5,25,000 minus 3,90,000. 3,90,000 10 is 4 lakh plus 1,25,000 means 1,35,000. This is 5,25,000. 525 followed by 30 minus 3,90,000. 1,35,000. This profit belongs to policy A. I will explain. This is your existing policy. This goes in favor of the policy A. Regarding this, your value is 5 lakh 35 minus 3 lakh 30, 5 lakh 35,000 minus 3 lakh 96, 1 lakh 39,000, then 5 lakh 60,000, 300, 1 lakh 49,000. So your profit is 1 lakh 25,000, 1 lakh 35,000, 1 lakh 30. So sales minus fixed cost is called profit. So first existing 1 lakh, 135, 139, 1 lakh. So there is a bad debt. What's the percentage of bad debt? See that? Existing bad debt, liberal policy 30 days, average unit current bad debt loss is 1% on sale. Then bad debt on total sales 1.2. First 1% on sale. You got bad debt, your 5 lakh into 1 divided by 100. 5,000. So this is 1% on sale. This is for 1%. Second one, 1.2% on sale. That is 5,25,000. Section B policy. 5,25,000 into 1.2 divided by 100. 5,25,000. This is B. 5 lakh 25 followed by 30 into 1.2 divided by 100. 6,300. C. What's your sale? A. 5 lakh 35. B. C. 5 lakh 60,000. 5 lakh 60,000 into 5 lakh 25 is the A, 5 lakh 35 is the B, 5 lakh 35,000 into percentage 1.5 divided by 100. This is 1.8 divided by 100. This B, this goes to A. 5,35,000 into 1.5 divided by 100, 8,025. Then regarding the C, 5,60,000, 560 followed by 30 into 1.8 divided by 100, 10,080. This is your bad debt. So first one is 6,300. Existing is there. Slowly we can go now. Here 5,000. Regarding the A, 6,300 bad debt. Regarding this B, 8,025. Regarding the C, 10,080. Deduct net profit. 1,25,005 means 1,20,000. So 6,300. 1,35,000 minus 6,300. 1,28,700. Then 1,39,000 minus 8,025. 8025. Is it 8025? See that? 8025. It will come 1,30,975. Then 1,49,000 minus 10,080. 1 lakh 1,38,920. 1,38,920. So this is your net profit. 1,20,000, 1,28,700, 1,30,975, 1,38,920. That is your net profit. Now, average data, the total cost, variable cost plus fixed cost is called total cost. What's your total cost? Variable cost plus fixed cost. Number of days is 360 into credit period. We'll go with the working note now. So this is one-sided here, up to here one-sided, then come back. This is your net profit. So total cost, variable cost plus fixed cost. What's your total cost? 3,75,000. Working note. A. Debtor turnover is equal to, what's your total cost? Total cost divided by 360 days into credit period. So come back to A. What's your total cost? 3,75,000 into 360 days. Now this is existing. Existing is 30 days. This is existing. 3,75,000 into 30 days. Existing 3,75,000. 3,75,000 divided by 360 into 30 is equal to 31,250. A comes. What's your total cost? 3,90,000 divided by 360 into your credit period is 40 days. Regarding the B, 3,96,000 divided by 360 into 45 days. Regarding the C, 4,11,000 divided by 360 into 60 days. Slowly we have to calculate now. So existing is over. Then 3,90,000 divided by 360 into 40, 43,333. Regarding this, 396 followed by 30 divided by 360 into 45, 49,500. Regarding this, 4,11,000 divided by 360 into 60, 68,500. So this is your existing. So credit return we got. So one is 31,250, 43,339, 49,500, 68,500. So what is that? This is total cost divided by number of days into credit period that we have to put in. Come back here. require here. Existing how much? Your existing 31,250. Second one, 43,333. Then next one, 49,500. Next one, 68,500. How to calculate? Total cost, variable cost plus fixed cost, total cost divided by 360 into credit period. First credit period is 30, 40, 45, last is 60 days this. So your expected return is 31,250. How much return? What's the percentage of return is there now? What's the percentage of return here? 20%. So required rate of return on investment on this 20%. 31,250 into 20 divided by 100. 6,250. So next one, 43,333, 43,333 into 20 divided by 100. 8,667. Then 49,500 into 20 divided by 100. 9,900. Then 68,500 into 20 divided by 100. 1,37,000. This is the required rate of return, 20%. So your profit is 1,25,000, deduct. So surplus is 7 minus 9. Here now 1,25,000 minus 9. So 1,20,000. What's your profit? 1,25,000. I will explain this. 1,25,000 minus 6,250. 1,18,750. This is your surplus. Second. So come back. This is your net profit. 1,28,700 minus 8,667 33. 1,20,033. Next, 1,30,975 minus 9,900. 1,21,075. 1,21,075. Last one, 1,38,920 minus 13,700. 1,25,520. So I will explain now. Your sales is 5 lakh, increased by 25,000, 5 lakh, 25, 5 lakh, 5,60,000. Selling price per unit 2 rupees, 2 rupees. If we divide now, 2,50,000, 2,62,500, 2,67,000, 2,80,000 units will come. Then variable cost is 1 rupee 20 paisa into 2,50,000. Then 2,62,500 into 1 rupee 20 paisa. If you multiply this, no, your variable cost will come 3 lakh, 3,15,000, 3,21,000, 3,36,000. Here fixed cost is 30 paisa, 2,50,000, but 30 is 75. Fixed cost remain constant, 75, 75, 75. If we add no 3,75,000, this one, add this, add this, add this, add this. 3,75,000 is a fixed cost. Fixed cost, variable cost plus fixed cost is total cost. Here are the total cost. Sales minus variable cost. So 5 lakh minus 3,75,000 is 1,25,000. 5,25,000 minus 3 lakh is 1,35,000, 1,90,000, Okay, this is the profit. Your bad debt is 1%, 1.2%. Your bad debt is 5,000, 6,300, 8,000, 25, 10,000. If you deduct, the net profit is 1,20,000, 1,28,700, 1,30,000, 1,30,000. Then debtor turnover, total cost divided by 360 into number of days. If we calculate, will come 31,250, 43,310, 49,500, 68,500. On this 20% required return is 6,250. Another is 8,667. Another 9,913. We require only so much return, but your profit is so much. 1,20,000 return is the same. How much X surplus is 1,18,750. 1,20,033, 1,21,075. Last one is 1,25,000. Which is highest here? So policy C is acceptable. Highest is policy C is acceptable because it's highest. Because the rate is highest, no? Policy C is acceptable. Same type you have to do it. Easy now? Slowly I will explain. So sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost is total deduct. Minus bad debt is the profit. Then you add return, total cost 360 into credit period. On that 20% no return expected from the profit, deduct how much excess surplus will, whichever the highest is there. So which is highest here? 1,25,520. So policy C is acceptable. Hope you follow. So very easy question. Different question will come examination point of view. Be ready with this. In the next session, we'll go to one more problem of the same type and see that how the answer will come, and slowly we will explain. So till then, goodbye. Meet in the next class.